It's -10 outside, no walls, no heat, no fire, just you, the dark, and something moving nearby that you can't see. This wasn't a nightmare. This was just another night. Before fire became something humans could actually depend on. Winter showed up every single year. And it killed people, but not everyone made it through. Some did. Here's how. The first thing they did was simple. They left. When it got cold, they moved. Followed the animals. Followed the warmth. Followed anything that meant staying alive. Hundreds of miles, every single year, with kids, with old people, with anyone hurt who couldn't keep up. No map, no path, no idea what was ahead. Just, we can't stay here. So we go. Sounds manageable. It wasn't. Picture 20 people walking through land nobody had walked before. Carrying everything they owned. In weather already trying to kill them. Moving toward warmth they weren't even sure was still there. But here's the problem with just moving. Winter is faster than people. Doesn't matter how far you walk. Eventually, it catches you. And when it did, the cold wasn't actually their biggest problem. Something else was. Early humans figured out quickly that some places stayed survivable even when outside was deadly. Caves, rock shelters, anything underground. So they went in. But so did everything else. Bears, wolves, big predators who had figured out the exact same thing. Archaeological evidence shows early humans and large dangerous animals regularly sharing the same cave systems during cold seasons. And here's the part nobody talks about. The humans hiding in those caves weren't alone in there. Bears had figured out the same solution. Same cave, same night, no fire between them. Sometimes it worked out. A lot of times it didn't. The people who made it through winter in caves weren't just surviving the cold. They were surviving everything that had also come inside to escape it. Every single night, in near complete darkness, so they needed something they could carry with them. Something that worked outside when there were no walls around them. And then someone noticed something. The animals making it through winter were already wearing the answer. Their fur. Evidence suggests the same insulation keeping those animals alive worked for humans too. Dead animal skin, wrapped around the body, tied in place with whatever worked. Heavy, smelly, awkward, but warm enough to matter. This sounds obvious now, but think about what it actually took. Someone looked at a dead animal, and didn't just see food. They saw a coat. That kind of thinking, using something for a completely different purpose than it was meant for, isn't automatic. It takes imagination. Early humans had it, possibly long before fire became something they could count on. But even that wasn't enough on its own. Because cold doesn't just come from outside. It gets inside your body too. When your body starts losing heat faster than it makes it, no amount of fur wrapped around you completely fixes that. You need warmth from the inside. And here's where something interesting happened. Through generations of watching who survived each winter and who didn't, early humans seem to have figured something out. One likely reason fatty food helped is that it generates more internal body heat during digestion than most other foods. Modern research supports this idea. So before winter hit, they went after the biggest fattest animals they could find. Mammoths, bison, elk, and the part most people today would throw away. They ate that too. Bone marrow especially. The dense rich stuff found inside animal bones. Nobody explained the science to them. They just noticed. Eat this. Survive longer. And they passed it down. Generation to generation. No books. No writing. Just, this is what we do when it gets cold. But none of this worked as well alone. And this is the part most people don't expect. The most powerful winter survival tool they had wasn't food, wasn't fur, wasn't even the cave. It was other people. 10 bodies packed together in a small enclosed space. Generate real warmth. Not comfortable warmth, but enough warmth to make it to morning. People pressed together in the dark, sharing heat the way animals share heat, surviving nights that would have killed any one of them alone. Nobody invented this as a strategy. It just worked, and the groups that stayed together survived at higher rates than the ones that split up. Archaeological evidence suggests this pattern repeated across multiple ancient human populations. One likely reason being alone still feels genuinely uncomfortable today goes all the way back to this. to winters where being alone didn't just feel bad. It significantly lowered your chances of making it to spring. Here's what all of this adds up to. When fire finally became something humans could actually depend on, it didn't rescue a helpless species. Archaeological evidence suggests some human groups were already managing winter conditions before fire became a reliable tool. Barely, painfully, with real losses every cold season. But managing, moving when they had to, sharing caves with animals that wanted to eat them, wearing dead animals, eating bone marrow in the dark, pressing together and making just enough heat to reach morning. Fire made all of that less brutal. It didn't replace the toughness that was already there. And understanding that changes how you see what humans actually are. Not a species that needed the right tools to survive. A species that survived first, then built better tools. Subscribe for more, because there's a lot more about how humans made it through things they probably shouldn't have. And it only gets stranger.